Yes, guys. Sorry, well, I muted it there for a second. Big up to everyone. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining me again. Do appreciate it. Guys, we've got loads of chat about today. We've got sporting director chat. We got, we're going to start off in a minute with the breaking news that Paul Joyce lovely gave us today. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that first. We're going to talk about other stuff. Hope everyone's doing good. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I do appreciate it. Let me know if the audio is good and all that sort of stuff right there, please, guys. I would appreciate it. Big up, Daz. Big up. Truck Vigo in the chat. Ali, Ravi. Hope you're doing well, guys. Big up. Guys, don't forget, go and smash the like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you very much for joining me again today. I've got to do. Look, so I've got to sort out my office. So I'm actually moving rooms at the moment. So everything's going to change in the background soon. That's why all this is a mess behind me. I do apologise, but we will continue and move along. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone, by the way. Big up. Hope you're enjoying your Valentine's Day and everyone got a card or a prezi or whatever it is out there. But guys, we're going to talk about the first thing we have to talk about is Trent Alexander-Arnold and Dominic Szoboszlai. So Paul Joyce, he broke the news this afternoon that Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to miss the final, the Carabao Cup final at Wembley on the 25th of February. The recurrence of a knee injury that kept him out before. And then I think Chris Bascombe, big up Chris Bascombe, also said that, and it's getting more people are talking about now that Dominic Szoboszlai is also going to miss that final with hamstring injury. Man, it's annoying. Especially when you got your two best players, probably two of your best players this season, go and miss a big cup final. It's never good. It's not. I hate it. My whole issue with this is Trent and Dominic Szoboszlai both returned from injury and then got injured with exactly the same injury yet again. So there's obviously a massive issue in the fitness camp of this club. You know, the people in charge of the physios, whoever's in charge of all that group has got to be sacked. I can't believe they're still at Liverpool for this long. It makes me, it pees me off. We've always had injury issues at this football club with Jürgen Klopp as manager. There's always been injury issues. Now, the style of play that we play in, you're going to get muscle injuries. It's just the way it is because of the way we play. So you've got to employ the correct physio and medical department to cope with the way Jurgen Klopp plays. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. The injuries are getting on my nerves now. Look, the style of play, I keep talking about, I said it yesterday on a debate show. I don't really enjoy our style of play. I know some do. I think our style of play doesn't help for injuries, you know, constantly. Players out injured constantly. Players injured in training a lot of the time, which annoys me. What are they doing in training? Constantly getting injured. You know, players coming back too early. Like, who told? I'd love to know the name of the person that told Jurgen Klopp that Trent and Szoboszlai were fit and that he could pick them for his match day squad, knowing that they weren't fit. It's diabolical. It's absolutely diabolical. It's just, it's madness to me. It's absolute. Like, it happened to Luis. Don't forget, it happened to Luis Diaz last year, guys. You know, when we went warm weather training and the medical team said Luis Diaz is back now, he's fit. You can take him on your warm weather camp and get him training in the winter. Do you everyone remember that? What happened in training? Luis Diaz re-injured his knee again, and it got worse, and he was out for many months after. It happens all the time. It's not the first time, guys. It's happened with Jota in the past. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute, and it's been going on for far too long now. Far too long. Canate keep getting these niggling injuries that are muscle related. All these muscle related injuries that we keep getting. It's just who, you know. I know they got the what's his name, Chroma. I can't remember his name now. He looks a bit like a young Jurgen Klopp. I know he's the head of all this, and Klopp and him, you know, Klopp's very fond of him, and that's part of the reason Buvac left as well, apparently. You know, but it don't work. The injuries are now getting serious. We keep losing our best players constantly. Naby Keita never really had a bad injury record till he joined Liverpool. Then couldn't ever stay fit. You know, Thiago's injury record at Barcelona and Bayern Munich weren't the best, but it's worse at Liverpool. Worse at Liverpool. He played. He was injured from February 2023. Come back in April 2023. Played 30 minutes. Got re-injured, and we haven't seen until February 2024. He came on the pitch, jogged for 10 minutes, didn't sprint, jogged around the pitch for 10 minutes, had 5 touches of the ball, and pulled a hamstring. How is this possible? What is going on? What the hell is going on with this medical department at our football club? Something's not right. And the fact that it's been allowed to go on so long irritates me as well. Why has no one gone, hang on, whoa. We get a lot of muscle injuries. Now, I know a lot of clubs, before people come at me and go, well, all club teams get injuries. I get it. But we're getting muscle injuries all the time to our best players. And when is someone in this club actually go stand up and go, what? Why do we keep getting muscle injuries to our best players? What's the issue here? Because this ain't a one-time deal. This is a reoccurrence now. What's happening in this medical department? Why are the medical team saying players are fit to come back, and then they play half a match, and then they've injured a reoccurrence of the injury that kept them out before, and no one says anything? And this is one thing I need Klopp to talk about. He's the manager. I need him to stand up and go, why these boys keep getting injured? Why hasn't he sacked anyone? Why hasn't he gone to the medical department and gone, look, you told me Trent was fine. I play him for 45 minutes and I've got to take him off because he's got the same reoccurrence knee injury that kept him out before. Dominic Szoboszlai, you told me he was fine. I'll play him, and then he's got an hamstring injury, the same hamstring he had before. Why has nothing ever been said? Why has nothing been ever? Why is he not saying anything? And if it is Jürgen Klopp's intense training regime, which we have mentioned for years now, then you have got to get. If that's the case, you've got to get the correct medical staff in that can work under Klopp's training regime. There is no point setting up a training regime that that Jürgen Klopp wants to use in his methods, and then go and get third-rate medical staff. It won't work. You can't have third-rate medical staff to work alongside an intense training program, because injuries will happen. You need a quality medical team to go along with quality training. Am I the only one who thinks that makes sense? It's just, we got Booper. Is that who we got? Is that a health team? Booper. Is that who they are? It's just, it's mad to me, man. It's mad to me. It's probably the NHS. Big up Kathy in the chat. Family's doing good. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Big up your How you doing, man? Big up Krusty Priest in the chat. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. D23 as well in the chat. Gin in the chat. Big up to everyone here. But would be good. It's just my things with Booper. But I just don't get it, man. I don't. There's no point Jürgen Klopp having an intense training schedule, an intense training. The way he wants his team to train is the way he wants his team to play on a weekend. They train the same as they play. It's intense. It's chaotic. That's the way it is, yeah. But you can't go and have a second-rate medical department if that's the case, because Jürgen will want all his best players fit. Now, obviously, we all know injuries happen in football throughout the season. We get this. It happens, yeah. We can't sit here and moan. Like, every team gets injuries. But we're talking about reoccurring injuries continuously for some same players. Let's go back to last year, guys. January 2023. Luis Diaz comes back from that knee injury. We're all happy. The World Cup's just finished. Liverpool doing warm weather training. I think it's in Dubai, guys. They play a couple of pre-season friendlies, if I remember rightly, in Dubai, just to get back up the steam again. And he has a re-injury of his knee. His knee weren't strong enough. And this time he's done a worse injury to the same knee because it weren't strong enough. It wasn't ready for the intense training that Jürgen Klopp does. Now, Jürgen ain't got time to babysit the medical department. That's their job. They are getting, I'm sure, very well paid to do their job. Klopp can't babysit them. So he's got a training regime that he's set up with his coaching staff. This is what we go to do. He talks to his medical team, who's available, who needs a rest, who needs lighter working training, who just needs to do indoor work and stuff like that. And the medical team will tell him each player, he's fine to go, he's fine to go, he's fine to go. You can do intense training. Maybe that one just needs a bit of more lighter training. That one needs indoor work. Maybe don't pick that player for the next game because they're in that red zone where they could get an injury. And Klopp can then go, right, I know what I'm going to do. Thank you very much. And then sets up a schedule for the week to train, and then the match at the end of the week. So he's got a schedule ahead of him. Our medical team just lie to him. They just lie to him. They just sit there like that. They just sit in the offices all day doing this. Yeah. Oh, all right, Bob. What have you been up to this weekend? Anything good? Me? I was meant to give Sabozlai some exercises to take home, but I totally forgot, Bob. You know what I mean? I was on the whiskey all weekend. It was an hard night. Oh, yeah, Trey's Monday, innit? We've got to get back to the training. You're going to be in the office in a minute. What are we going to tell him? Dom's all right. Trent's all right. Okay, cool, Bob. Cheers, Bob. Thanks very much. Jürgen, my son. Yeah, here's the data, Jürgen. Here's all the paperwork, fella. Yeah, take the paperwork. There you go. Take the paperwork. There you go, Jürgen. Take the paperwork. There you go. On that, yeah. All good, man. All good. Dominic Szoboszlai's fine to do heavy training. Not a problem. Intense. Yeah, go for it. You sure? He's been out? No, he's good, man. He's good. Goes training. Plays the game. Dead. Pathetic. You know what I mean? It's mad. I just don't get it. Now we've got Dominic Szoboszlai, who's, if you look at the way Liverpool played this season, and how we started this season to where we are now, Dominic Szoboszlai has been a very, very important player to Jürgen Klopp this year in the way we want to play, especially in transition. So to play like that, he has to train hard because he has to get his match fitness up to play the way Jürgen Klopp wants them to play for 90 minutes, a Premier League game. Right? He can't be half-hearting it the way Jürgen wants him to play. So he's been important for us in that aspect. And our medical team can't keep him fit. Go back and look at Dominic Szoboszlai's injury record, man. Go and check out their medical records. Dominic Szoboszlai's there's something amiss. That, Szoboszlai re-injures the same hamstring, Trent re-injures the same knee, all after they came back from injury. That shouldn't be the case. It just shouldn't be the case. It really shouldn't. The fact of the matter, Klopp plays the way he does. You've got to get the right medical team in. And like Liverpool fans have been talking about the medical team for a while now. We spoke about it all last season. We've still been speaking about it this season, unfortunately. So we all know there is something amiss. But when Klopp trains and plays the way he does, which is very intense, a 90-minute game and the way Klopp wants you to play is very, very intense. You've got to be fit to fiddle. The medical team, for me, needs to be a bit better. And I keep saying about Thiago as well. Look, the Thiago thing's becoming a joke now, in my opinion. Obviously, his injury record weren't great at the other clubs he was at. But the fact that he comes to a club knowing the way he needs to play is more intense than it is when he played at Bayern Munich. It's going to be a more intense training for him. And we don't give him the right. I don't know what's going on with training the medical. It's madness to me. It's absolute madness to me. And look, we've got a League Cup final coming up on the 25th of February in 2 Sundays time. It's a massive chance. It's a massive chance that Liverpool win some silverware, another trophy, and to propel them to maybe even more trophies this season. And unfortunately, we're going to be losing 2 of our best players. Are not going to be there because of injuries, and it's an issue for me. It's an issue, and with the Trent stuff, look, Trent re-injuring his knee again. We've not really been told to what level of injury Trent's got at the moment. We've just been told that he won't be available for the 25th for the cup final. So you're probably looking at sometime in March, in my opinion, for Trent to come back. Szoboszlai, if he's not ready for the cup final again, you're probably looking for sometime in March for them two to be back. It's a long time out, guys. It's a long time out. I think we got a cup final on 25th. The next Premier League game around the 1st of March or something like that, isn't it? And if they're not available for that game, then you're looking at the second weekend in March. That's a long time out. It's not a short little injury. There's obviously something amiss. It ain't quite not right. For Trent's position coming up, I'm quite happy with Conor Bradley, taking that position up. Conor Bradley obviously got Standard Chartered Player of the Month for Liverpool. Big up Conor Bradley, deserved it. He was fantastic in the month of January. He stood up. He acted like a man. He came in. He made that spot. He's trying to take it from Trent. I love that. That's what I love about Conor Bradley. He plays intense. He plays high up. He can press. He can defend. He can attack. He can cross. He can shoot. He can pass. So a very good fullback. Very, very good fullback. And I'm proper proud of Conor Bradley. That's all us Liverpool fans probably are. He deserves his Standard Chartered Premier League Player of the Month. And for me, he takes Trent's spot till Trent's fit. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that for me. If Trent is out, then Conor Bradley keeps his spot. Trent has to fight it back. Trent has to take his spot back. Look, we all love Trent Alexander-Arnold here. There's none of us saying Trent's crap or anything like that. But football should be about winning trophies, what's the best player for your team, and competition for places. How long have we moaned for a fan base that we need competition for places? And as soon as we get a competition for places, someone like Conor Bradley, we all moan that you can't take Trent's spot yet. That's Trent's right back spot. Well, that's not what everyone keeps telling me. Everyone wants competition for places. Or does everyone only want competition for places for certain players? Does everyone want certain players only to have competition for places? Or do we want the whole team to have competition for places to make them play better? This is what irritates me about our fan base sometimes. When we have the Trent Alexander-Arnold talk and everyone goes, yeah, Trent's a generational right back. Obviously, when he's fit, he plays. Why? What if Conor Bradley's balling out? What if Conor Bradley continues his form that he showed in January? What if he continues it? What, does Trent automatically come back in because he's Trent Alexander-Arnold? Or does everyone want competition for places? What do we want here? Yeah, what do we want here? Everyone keeps moaning at me. Oh, FSG don't do this. FSG don't do that. We need this player and this player in, because if we get that player injured, we need that player to come in and take their chance and step in and take their chance. But if it's Trent, you're not allowed to talk about it. I don't get it. You're not allowed to speak about it. Trent's injured. He's probably going to be out till early March. If he's missing the cup final, in my opinion, that means he's out till early March. Conor Bradley has a massive chance, if picked, to take his spot. What is wrong with that? It's just, I just don't get it. I don't get why we get upset about this. Do we want Conor Bradley to be a good footballer? Do we want Conor Bradley to be a right back? Or do we want Conor Bradley to only play if Trent gets injured? Because everyone keeps telling me about rotation, competition for spaces, competition for places, rotation. As soon as we get a little bit of competition and rotation, some people want certain players not to take their spot. If we got a right winger, if this club bought a right winger, yeah, right, and he's banging goals while Mo Salah's out for 4 weeks, and he's banging goals, he's right in form, He's linking up with the rest of the forwards really well. There's some nice football happening. Do we just go, right, Mo comes back in now, he's fit? Or do we go, whoa, hold the brakes. This geezer's balling out at the moment. Why should he just come out of the team because Mo's back? He's scoring goals. He's linking up beautifully in the attack. We're winning games of football. Why should Mo just come straight back in the team? This is my problem. We've all got agendas because we're fans. Everyone has agendas constantly. Everyone keeps telling me competition places, squad rotation, you know. And when we have it, no one wants it. Like, no one wants it. No, Salah can't be dropped. Why? Why can't he be dropped if someone else is playing better than him at the moment? Trent can't be dropped. Why? If someone's playing better than him at the moment and it's benefiting the football club, why can't he be dropped? So either people want competition for places and a squad that we can rotate in and keep everyone fresh, or we just have 11 players that everyone loves and adores and we just play them on every week and burn the absolute shit out of them. Yeah? Just play Mo. He's back now. Don't worry about that guy. That guy's pulled out for 4 weeks while Mo's been out. He's got like 6 goals, 3 assists, linking beautifully, playing well. We're winning games. But Mo's back now. Come on, boy. Come in. That's it. You out. Get out Mo's seat. He's back now. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we lose the next game. What's everyone going to say? Yeah, what's everyone going to say? It's just, I get sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of the moaning in this fan base constantly. It drives me mad. All I see on social media is constant moaning about Liverpool Football Club. Oh, we've got no sporting director. 3 players out of contract. What we going to do? The world's going to end. Oh, we're top of the league, but I fucking hate the club. Oh, Trent, he should play right back if he's fit. Yeah, Bradley's okay, but it's Trent. Mo comes back in his team, not what? Yeah, bring Mo straight back. Yeah, why bring Mo straight back? Does Mo get straight in the team straight away? Liverpool have only lost 1 game since Mo's been away, and that was away to Arsenal, which if Mo was playing, we would have still lost because the whole team was shit that day. But other than that, the rest of the attackers have been balling out. Diaz hasn't stopped scoring. Darwin's not stopped. Jota's not stopped. It's just, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I support Liverpool Football Club. I don't support any players at all. I don't support, if Trent left tomorrow, okay, he leaves. What a servant to Liverpool Football Club. Thank you very much. He's moved on. I'm not going to stop supporting the club tomorrow. I'm not going to sit here tomorrow and go, oh, Trent's gone. Oh, I'll go and support Man City now. Yeah, these Man City, they don't sell their best players. They do, they do let them go. They don't. I'll go and support Man City now because they got a sheik and they got shitloads of money and all the money coming, all the oil. Throw the oil over me. I want to taste the oil. Give it to me. That's what I want. That's what football's become. Football's just about oil now. That's all it's about. It's all football is about now. It's about oil. They just want it poured all over and like jizzed on. Yeah, let's just jizz oil all over ourselves. Yeah, that's what football fans want now. They just want oil. They just want to buy everything. Football pisses me off, man. It just pisses me off. I hate it. I hate the toxicity in football now. I hate the fact that if you haven't won anything this season, your team's shit. It's all about trophies. Yeah, it's about trophies. We understand it, but there's also a bigger thing of football. Liverpool finished second in the Premier League this year and win the League Cup and FA Cup. Yeah. But unfortunately missed out in Europa League and the Premier League. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a shit season. I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a shit season. Firstly, you're finishing second against this Man City team. This Man City team is Ben Johnson in the 80s. Yeah? running 100 meters in 3 seconds, and everyone's sitting there going, yeah, that's a little dodgy. Well, that's a little dodgy. You know, that's what Man City are. We're just sitting there taking it. Yeah, you keep doing what you're doing in transfer. That Savio deal, yeah, that ain't dodgy at all. You own all 3 clubs: Troyes, Granola, or whatever the poxy name is, and Man City. You own all 3 clubs, and you've made sure he's gone to a club to get in the spotlight so you can buy him really, really cheap. Yeah, not dodgy at all. No, not dodgy at all, is it? It just drives me mad. Drives me mad. Ugh. Sorry about that rant. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's just, I just hate it. Like, Liverpool are in a good space right now. Yeah, they're in a good space right now because we're doing well. And look, I said it yesterday, I'm not a big fan of our playing style, right? I'm just not. I don't think we control games of football enough for my liking. I always think we feel vulnerable when we play. You know, let's be fair here. Right, let's hold our hands up here, guys, yeah? Burnley should have won on Saturday. Do we all agree? If Burnley had better footballers and better finishers, do we all agree that Burnley probably should have got 3 points against us on Saturday with the chances they had? They had better chances than we did. Yeah, it's just, I just feel like we play a little bit vulnerable. I just feel like we play a little bit vulnerable sometimes. But I love the chaoticness as well. I ain't gonna lie. I do. There's a bit of me. There's a disturbed part of me that actually likes the chaoticness of the way Liverpool play, and that's why Liverpool are on telly so much, especially 12:30 kickoffs. Is because Liverpool are entertaining. You know, City are boring. You sit there. Man City are playing. You just didn't. Look, no one knew Man City were playing yesterday. Did anyone know Man City were playing in Champions League yesterday? Hands up. It was the most I've never seen a less hyped Champions League game than Man City Copenhagen in my whole entire life. I've never seen a less hyped game in my life. There was no hype about it. There's nothing on Sky Sports News. BT Sports says, oh shit, we've got to show the game. It was like that. It's like, oh shit, City are playing. No one cared. Where's that gone? It's Europe. It's the Champions League. It's the biggest competition in European football. You can't get bigger. And no one gave a shit. I think that tells you everything you need to know about how the way people are seeing football now. They don't care as much as they used to because they feel like it's all plastic. It's all fake. It's all rubbish. They don't believe in it as much anymore. People are falling out of love with the sport because of the money involved, the corruption involved, the players getting away with shit, the teams getting away with everything. The Premier League have got to hold their hands up and go, we fucked up. Yeah, we're allowing teams to be owned by, an owner can own about 7 teams now. What's that about? Why are you only allowed to own so many teams? Why are you allowed to own a team and the people that back you are then allowed to own another team? And you don't think there's corruption in that? It's mad. It's just mad. I used to watch football all the time. I just put football on all the time now. And I watch a lot of Spanish and Italian football now. I think it's better. I like the Spanish games. I actually think La Liga is better in the Premier League. It's a fact. I actually think the Premier League is kind of boring. No technical ability. P&P. It's all the Premier League is. Power and pace. I actually think the Liga is more interesting to me. I like the fact that players are allowed to show their flair off in La Liga, and it's not all about systems because there's not as much money in La Liga, so they're allowed to. They can play a bit. They can, it looks a bit more eye catching for me. I think the Premier League is just. It's become really robotic. It really is. It's just become robotic, and unfortunately, it's the way we are now. And I just, it drives me mad. It drives me mad. I just, look, for me, with our football club that I watch every week, like all you guys in the chat right now, we watch Liverpool every week. Whenever Liverpool won, we're watching, we're glued. It's our love. We love the football club to death, yeah. And I sit there and watch, and look, I can't be unhappy really. So we're top of the league right now. You know, Man City are right, them breathing down their necks, Arsenal breathing down their necks. You know, we've come back from nowhere last season. Everyone said we were dead, we were finished. We've come back this season. You know, we're at every competition going still. We've got a cup final in two weekends' time. You know, we've got an FA Cup home tie against Southampton. We win that. We're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. We're in the last 16 in the Europa League starting in March. We're in a good place. We can't, no, we are in a good place. It's just irritating that we're starting to lose some players because of recurring injuries. That's what's irritating me massively. In the medical team, it just needs sorting out, man. It just needs sorting out, you know, and hopefully that's the case, man. But look, that's enough of my that's enough of my rant on football, basically. But and Liverpool's medical department. But let's talk about sporting directors. So obviously Liverpool haven't got a sporting director now. A lot of people are freaking out. Just chill. People need to calm down. You know, everyone's getting, oh, we got players out of contract and we ain't got a sporting director. People need to realise that we can renew these contracts without a sporting director. People do realise that, yeah? You know, is it Hunter and Fallows who work at the club who are in charge of, you know, part of that transfer committee and scouting, you know, and Mike Gordon, who's in charge of he's the head honcho with Fellows and all that. They can sort out a contract if needed. It's not, you don't need the sporting director. No, I could become a sporting director tomorrow, and just tell someone to sign a contract. That's all they're doing. You know, it's just mad. People are just losing their shit at the moment. People are just losing their shit. So, oh, we've got a sporting director. What? Like, oh, well, I don't. Why would anyone want? This is a new one now. Why would anyone want to come to Liverpool? Why would Xabi Alonso want to come to Liverpool right now when FSG are tight? We know they're tight. They don't give you money. We got Salah and Trent and all that could leave for free in 18 months' time. We have no sporting director, no coaching staff. Why would he want to? So, do these people listen to themselves? You got one of the biggest jobs in world football is about to have a free seat at the table, and you think managers are going to go, nah, not for me. No, I'm not going to go to Liverpool Football Club. Why would I go to Liverpool Football Club? Why would I go? Why would I go to that historically massive football club? Please tell. Why would I turn? Well, nah, I'm not going to go there. I'll go West Ham. I'll go somewhere else. You know, it's fucking madness to me. Like, Jürgen Klopp has taken Liverpool, and he's leaving, and the manager's hot seat is about to be open, and people will go, why would Liverpool come to? Why would anyone come to Liverpool? It's like, are we? I don't know. Why would you come to one of the biggest teams in European football? Why would you come to the biggest team in English football? I have no idea. Why would you join a team that's 6 times champions of Europe? Why would you join a team that's got one of the biggest fan bases in world football? I have no idea why you join that team. Really, none. Yeah, these managers, we go find it so. It's just madness. And these Liverpool fans saying this. It's not rival fans saying this. In fact, rival fans are the ones actually going, you know what? Well, what do you mean it's Liverpool? Of course you can get a manager. What the fuck are you chatting about? Liverpool, I don't get it. Liverpool fans need to shut up sometimes and just be quiet and be patient. Things will happen. What are we meant to do? Tell you everything that's happened behind the scenes? Is that what we're meant to do? Is what we're meant to do now? Tell everyone behind the scenes what's going on Twitter. So we meant to look for all the big people on Twitter and the Liverpool spaces that have got big Twitter accounts that talk about Liverpool a heck of a lot and moan every fucking tweet they do. FSG meant to get on the phone with them and tell them, keep them updated. So this is what's going on, John. This is what's going on, Barry. This is what's going on, Kev. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We can't tell the world, but this is what's. So just relax, man. Just relax. Things will happen. My one I find the funniest, Jay, is that someone the other day said, like, why would anyone want to come? Why would any of these top managers want to come and manage Liverpool under FSG? And someone said, well, they got Jürgen Klopp. Yeah, because they went, we don't trust. I don't trust FSG getting the right man to manage Liverpool. Yeah, and someone wrote, well, they got Jürgen Klopp, and someone wrote under that. Same person wrote under that and went, well, that was an easy one to do. It's obvious. It was an obvious choice. It's the obvious choice. What they're not grasping is that he's still got Jürgen Klopp. Yeah, obvious choice or not, they still got Jürgen Klopp. This is what people don't seem to figure out when they keep going, well, it's the obvious choice. Yeah. And they got him. What are you not understanding about this? Yes, it's the obvious choice, but they got him. Yeah? I mean, it drives me fucking mad. It's just... It drives me mad. It drives me absolutely. It might be because I'm an older fan, because I'm in my 40s. It might be that case that it drives me mad. I'm not a Liverpool fan who, I'm not in my 20s or anything like that. And if you're in your 20s, I can understand it because for 9 years of you supporting Liverpool, if you're like 23, Jurgen Klopp's been your manager. I get it. I understand it, but it's just the Snickers. I can't have a Snickers, Ernie. I'm allergic to peanuts. Are you trying to kill me, Ernie? What are you trying to do? Ernie's trying to kill me, guys. I'm allergic to peanuts. I can't have a Snickers. Things will happen, and if they happen for if they get it wrong, they get it wrong. Yeah. If the owners get it wrong, then we can come at them. Yeah. But there's no point moaning and coming at anyone yet. Pause. Have a chit chat. There's no point moaning and going at anyone yet and moaning about anything till they've employed people. Do you know what I mean? Because you can look like an idiot. And if FSG get it wrong and they employ the wrong manager and they employ the wrong sporting director, well, I've got a voice. I've got a channel. I will make videos and tell them they're wrong and why I think they're wrong. Yeah. And you guys in the chat will agree. But if we got a manager that's come in who's the right fit for our football club, we get a sporting director who's the right fit for our football club, we can keep going to the best of our abilities because there will be a drop with Jurgen, obviously. We all know this. Then happy days. We go again. It might take a year or two. Things happen. Things evolve in football. We go again. I'm not going to sit here and moan about something that I don't know what the answer is to yet. And that does my head in. I don't know the answer to any of this yet. I don't know the answer to who the sporting director's going to be. Is it going to be Tim, whatever his name is, from West Ham? I hope so. Yeah, because is it Tim Steidten? He's an ex-German footballer, ain't he? If you go and look at the players that when he became a sporting director at all the German clubs that he was at, you see the players he bought. He bought, I think he bought Kevin De Bruyne to Werder Bremen, was it originally? And look at all the players he's bought. I think there's a 1 to 11 of the players that he's brought into teams that he's sporting director of. It'd be a great choice. Look what he did at West Ham. West Ham going through the shit at the moment because they've lost all their best players for injury. But you look at the players West Ham brought in the last 18 months under his guardianship, under the sporting director, getting jobs done, getting players signed, and a good eye for talent. Yeah, that's what if Liverpool get him, I'm well happy because he's got a good eye for talent. I don't think managers should buy players anymore. Because the problem with managers now, I don't think managers have always got a good eye for talent. Managers, I don't think, have always got an exceptional eye for talent. I think that's what it needs to be left to people that, like a sporting director who can, their job is, you know, watching these players all the time. Managers ain't got real a chance to keep scouting players and watching players when they got to look after their own team on the field. That's why they employ other people to do that job. And I do feel like I think the last 18 months at Liverpool have been majorly Jurgen Klopp and Pep Lindner signings. Like if you've read Pep's book, talks about certain players in there that we went and bought. I think they've got an eye for. I don't think them players. I don't think if we had, if if our favourite sporting director was still at Liverpool, I don't think we'd have Gravenberch and Gakpo at Liverpool. I just don't. I don't think they would have came to Liverpool because I don't think they would have been as eyed as the talent necessary to do what Jurgen Klopp needs to do in his team. And I think we're seeing that right now. It's just these sporting directors, man. Yes, it's important that we get one, but it's also important for Liverpool Football Club to not rush it at the same time. There's no need to employ one right now. We're only in February. We don't like everyone keep going moaning about these contract extensions. We got Hunter and Fallows at the club with Mike Gordon that can sort out these contract extensions if needed. Yeah, you don't necessarily need the sporting director to come in and do that. So people just got to be patient. We don't need to rush things. Let's get the right appointment in. I think that's what we all want. Yeah. Klopp's leaving. His backroom staff are leaving. George Schmadtke has already left. Yeah. So Liverpool got to make sure they get the appointment correct. Don't rush it. Look around. Talk to the right people. Interview the right people. Look at their CVs. Look at the data. What's the data telling you about certain people? And then go with that. Don't go with what the fans want. Sometimes us fans, we play so much of a part that we can make clubs do something that we want, and they should ignore us. In my opinion, they should ignore us because we all, as fans, want different bloody things. So I think they should ignore us and just look at it. What's best for the football club? Go and employ the right people. You know, People might not like it. I don't particularly care for it, but FSG have a certain way of working. They look at data. The data they collect and look at is very important to them. Just let them do it, man. Let them get on. And as I keep saying, if they get it wrong and they employ the wrong manager and the wrong sporting director and all this stuff, then as I said, we've got a voice. I could do a video. You guys can come on. We can all express how shit they are. But if they get it right, they get it right and we praise them. It's as simple as that. So let them take their time. They don't need to rush things. People just have to be patient, man. People just have to be patient and don't rush these things. And look, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes either. We really don't. None of us know what's going on behind the scenes. I actually think FSG might be the right people to find the Jurgen Klopp replacement because they're going to do it through data and stuff like that and employ. Look, we've already heard that FSG are employing these people to find the right Jurgen Klopp replacement, so they're taking it seriously. You got to remember what Man United did with Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson just went, right, I'm quitting. I'm actually leaving at the end of the season. I'm done. I'm like 107 years old now, and my nose is about to fall off. So I'm finished. I can't do no more. But before I go, none of you can employ another manager. I'm picking it, and it's the geezer from Everton, David Moyes. And I don't care what any of you say. I've got more power than every single one of you in this boardroom right now. You're making sure my mate, my pal, David Moyes is the next Man United manager, right? And that's what they did. And we ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that. So let's just be patient, man. Let's just let's just be a little patient and see what happens. Look, there's a lot of rumours at the moment that Xabi Alonso might not come to Liverpool. Now, Gillan Balagay, I believe I saw earlier, has said that he feels like Alonso will stay at Bayer Leverkusen if they win the league. Now, I think I said this in a video the other night when I did my Alonso video, like midnight or whatever it was. I said on that video that we might not get Alonso because of these reasons. He might want to stay at Bayer Leverkusen if they win the league, because he might look at it and think, I could dominate German football here. I've got a chance to break this Bayern Munich hold on German football. I've got a massive chance of doing that. Thomas Tuchel's apparently leaving Bayern Munich and apparently going to Barcelona. I don't know how this man keeps getting big jobs. He's the worst manager I've ever seen. I don't get it. He's a David Moyes of German football, if you ask me. I don't get it. But apparently he's going to Barcelona. Bayern Munich are a bit in a rut at the moment because they've got older players running out of contracts and stuff like that. And if Xabi Alonso wins the league with Bayer Leverkusen this season, he might want to feel like, going to Liverpool right now after Jürgen left, I don't want to be the manager straight after Jürgen. I want to be the manager after the manager straight after Jürgen. Also, he might be seeing the way Bailey, like what's happening in German football, and think there's a chance for him to break this hold that Bayern have on German football. And if he can do that, I don't blame him for staying. I really don't. He's got a massive chance of breaking that German hold over there. If he can stay, go for it. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Also, he might be really interested in the Bayern Munich job as well. I think the Barcelona job, reading today, Thomas Tuchel's favourite for it, so I don't think he's going there. For me, for Xabi Alonso now, I'm thinking it's either he goes to Liverpool or he stays at Bayer Leverkusen. I don't think he goes anywhere else next season. That's my only opinion. People might have different opinions. But the way I'm looking at it right now, and the more we're hearing, the more we're reading, and especially what Gillan Balagay said, he's probably chatting to Xabi Alonso. There's probably something there where he's like, I just feel like I don't blame him. If he wins it's very hard for let's put ourselves in Alonso's shoes for a minute, yeah? You go to Bayer Leverkusen, you take them from 17th in the German league last season, and you get them into Europe. This year, they've not lost a single game. They're going for the treble, yeah? They can win Europa League, got a big chance of doing that. They can win the Pokal, and they can win the Bundesliga, yeah? They're 5 points clear of the only other team that can win the German league in Bayern Munich with the same games played. And they don't look like losing a single game of football right now and playing tremendously well. If you're Xabi Alonso, why would you leave after doing 1 year? Why would you leave? You built a team. You could win the German league and the cup. You could probably do a double. Yeah. Do you want to leave that straight away, or do you want to go again the following season and go, I can defend it now? I'm going to defend my German title against Bayern Munich and do 2 years in a row. I'm going to go back to back for the first time since Jürgen Klopp's Borussia Dortmund 10 years ago. I'm going to go back to back. That's a strong pull. That's a very, very, very strong pull, and that could happen. That's my only thoughts on the Alonso thing. If he leaves Bayer Leverkusen in the summer, he's going to Liverpool. If he's not leaving Bayer, he's going to stay at the club, in my opinion. That's the only two options I see for Xabi Alonso next season. He becomes Liverpool manager, or if he wins the league, the pull might be too strong for him to stay and do it again. And I won't blame him for that. Yeah, that's true as well, Aaron. That's very true as well. That could be a good point. But you'd feel like the Bayer Leverkusen fans and players probably think like, if Liverpool's got a manager, yeah. I get you, Aaron. I get you, man. As you say, we don't know, do we? It's everything's so hush hush at the moment. As I keep saying, Alonso's my choice, but so I've been thinking more about it. I've been thinking more about it, and people won't go like this, yeah. People won't go like this, but I feel like if Liverpool can't get Xavi Alonso, if Liverpool can't get Xavi Alonso and he wants to stay at Bayer Leverkusen, there's nothing you can really do about it. You can't make him come. Pause. I think Liverpool get Thomas Frank. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Liverpool get Thomas Frank if they can't get Alonso. I think Alonso's Liverpool's number one target. I think that's the person they're looking at to the most. I think because there's a lot of things coming out of the woodwork at the moment, Fabrizio talking about Alonso and Guillem Balaguer talking about Alonso and Carragher talking about Alonso, and it's sort of everywhere at the moment about Alonso and Liverpool. Obviously, the reason these conversations are happening is because Liverpool have had a conversation with Xabi Alonso, and things have been leaked out from that conversation, and certain people in the press and media and people close to are now talking about it. I think Flint, what's his name? Young Anger Flintoff. He was doing his YouTube channel yesterday talking about it, what he's heard. Again, Balaguer's talking about it, what he heard today. Jamie Carragher last night talking about what he heard. And it's all coming out because I reckon the club have had conversation with Xabi Alonso, and the media and reporters have heard little bits here and there, and they're reporting what they think they've heard. So I think there has definitely been talks happening, as shall we say. But if Liverpool are not successful in getting Alonso over the line to be their new manager, I got a funny feeling, and people might not like it, but I got a funny feeling Thomas Frank might be second on the list. I think Thomas Frank might be second on the list. Now, he's not going to be a popular option. Yeah, I couldn't say the name properly, Aaron. Big up to you, man. It's my teeth. I couldn't say it properly. Um, I just feel, I feel like Thomas Frank's the obvious option to me. I know, Kathy. I know. Uh, I feel like Thomas Frank actually plays pretty good football at Brentford for the players that he's got and the position they are. I think him keeping Brentford in the league the first year round was tremendous. Him keeping them in the league playing decent football. You got to remember, he's not keeping Brentford in the league by playing part of the bus football. He has a go. His teams have a go. They try and play. And, I think the way he deals with his players, I think is really respectful. I love the way he deals with his players. The whole issue, obviously, with Ivan Toney. I think if you look at the whole issue with Ivan Toney, the last 12 months with the cheating and the not cheating, the gambling that he got done for, and the thing when he was on holiday and told F Brentford and all this sort of stuff. If you look at all that, Thomas Frank's actually dealt with it beautifully. Thomas Frank's actually dealt with it beautifully, and he plays quite a decent style of football. If you take his style of football to a bigger team with far better players, it'd probably look more eye catching. It'll probably look. I think it'll look more eye catching. I don't think it's a terrible shout either. Thomas Frank. He's got a great character and charisma about him as well, very much like Jurgen. I think his character and his charisma will win the fans over. Will win the fans over eventually. I think the fans would be a bit Thomas Frank, but I think after a little bit they'll be like, "Oh no, this guy's good. I like this guy's. Yeah, he sounds great, man. Actually, his Brentford team weren't actually that bad, and they're playing at a bigger. You know, can he step up? That's the thing. Can he step up? Can Thomas Frank step up? I think that's what people will be worried about. But I just don't think. I just don't think Thomas Frank's that bad of a shout. Do I think he's one of the favourites? I don't know, to be fair. Look, he might be second on my shortlist. I think on Liverpool's shortlist mainly, though, is probably Alonso, Ruben Almiron. Is it Ruben Almiron? That's how you say his name, the Sporting Lisbon manager. He's only 39 years of age. He never spends a lot of money. He's very successful at not spending a lot of money and being successful with his sporting team. And I think FSG would be looking at him thinking, if he can do that at Sporting, and we can bring him to Liverpool and do the same sort of thing. Obviously, he'll have more to spend at Liverpool. People won't believe that, but he will. Than he will at Sporting. There's no doubt about that. And it can go for probably better players than he could when he's at Sporting as well. So, yeah, it's interesting. And then you got the De Zerbi factor as well. De Zerbi, is not really my. I've got a thing with De Zerbi. I think De Zerbi was good last season because he kept playing under Graham Potter's team. He took over what Graham Potter was actually doing at Brighton. Remember, before Graham Potter left for Chelsea, Graham Potter was doing extremely well for Brighton that season and starting to get him up in the league. And then De Zerbi took over and carried on Graham Potter's good work. And then this season, not quite as good. I don't know about De Zerbi. I'm not sure. De Zerbi's the one I'm not sure about at all. He's not the one I'm sure about at all. I'd actually have Thomas Frank over De Zerbi. Yeah. That might be a mad take. I might have this. I might have Thomas Frank over De Zerbi. I really might. But yeah, Alonso, Ruben Almiron, De Zerbi, Thomas Frank. I think it might be one of them four. I think it might be one of them. I think it's going to be one of them four. I think Ange whatever his bloody name, Big Ange. I think Liverpool might be interested in him because of his playing style. But I want to see what Big Ange does next season with Tottenham, because I think Tottenham have taken a lot of the Premier League by a bit of surprise this year with the way Tottenham are playing. See what Tottenham are like next season when everyone knows what Big Ange's tactics are and the way he plays. Let's see how Tottenham are next season. But no, I just don't think he'll be in Liverpool's radar right now. I think Alonso, De Zerbi, Almiron, and yeah, I think they would be. Let's see what you guys in the chat are saying. I ain't looked at the chat in ages. Big up to everyone in the chat. Oh, big up Ash. How you doing well, man? De Zerbi, Nagelsmann, Almiron, Sanchez, Emery, Schmidt, Rose, Simeone, Inzaghi, and Potter all ahead of Frank in the betting. They're all in front of her. See, I didn't know that. I was just going from the point of view that what Thomas Frank's like, Ash, and the Moneyball, his owners are a Moneyball side in Brentford. Now, Liverpool are a Moneyball side, but they're on the higher scale than Brentford are. So that's why I'm putting that together. His playing style, he's charismatic, his attitude and all that. I thought he might be right up there, but if he's that below in the betting order, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Nagelsmann, no for me. I think he's a hipster manager. You don't take the German national job at 39 years of age after you've been a club manager with Leipzig and Hoffenheim and Bayern Munich just to be German manager at 39. That for me, that's a red flag. It's a red flag. Almiron, I get the Almiron stuff, Ruben Almiron from Sporting. I think that suits the way that kind of manager. He's very good at coaching players as well, and developing footballers and he's got a good eye for talent. Doesn't need to spend loads to make players really good. So Ruben Almiron could be right up there. Emery, no for me. Every time Emery gets a big job, he fails. Simeone's an in Simeone. If money weren't an object, that's who I'd get. Inzaghi's an interesting one. He's doing well with Inter Milan. He's doing He's doing really, really well in it, man. Oh, clip me up with Thomas Frank. I'm not bothered about it. It's my opinion. Yeah, it's just my opinion, man. It's just my opinion. People can clip me all they want. Me don't care. Me don't care. Frank needs to take a step first. Yeah, I get that, but Brendan Rodgers went from Swansea to Liverpool under FSG. Anything's possible. I get everyone saying it's a bad take. Fair enough. I'm just, if you actually think about it logically, though, like from an owner point of view, FSGR, remember they look at the data, guys. They look at the research. Thomas Frank plays a pretty good style of football. Yeah, he works under a money ball system at Brentford, i.e., like he would do at FSG, just at a higher end. He's charismatic. He develops players. You know, he plays attacking brand. He's young, charismatic. You know, all this sort of stuff. It's not the worst take in the world. People might think it's the worst take in the world, but I don't. I don't think it's if you think of it from a business point of view, I don't think it's the worst. Emery, I see a lot of people talking about Emery. Every time Emery's got a big job, he sort of fluffs it, don't he? Sort of fluffs it. But yeah, fair. I didn't know. I honestly didn't know Thomas Frank was that low down. See, out of all them people, where did Ash put up? Where did Ash put up? Where's Ruben Almiron's a good communicator like Klopp and can handle big egos. Yeah. Yeah, the more I've read about him, the more I look at him now. Almiron might actually be my favourite. You know, he can win things on a limited budget. He can develop players. He coaches players to be better than they actually are, i.e., a bit like Jürgen Klopp. You know, he develops players, i.e., in the same way, as similar way to Jürgen Klopp does. He doesn't need a lot of money to spend to buy very good footballers. I believe when he's two of his best players out injured for most of the season, and they're rocking at the top of the league at the moment. So, yeah, he does tick a lot of boxes. And the more I've watched of him, the more I read about him and watch his team play recently. Yeah, he probably is right up there. He's probably right up there. It's an interesting one to look out for. The problem with Almiron James' buyout is 20 million. Is that all? Lydia's a lot of money for it. I don't know about that. Well, how much is Alonso's buyout? How much is Alonso's? How much is Xabi Alonso's buyout? It's got to be around the same, ain't it? I don't think 20 million's. See that? I know people are worried about like obviously FSG and Liverpool got if they want a new manager that's already at a club, they've got to buy that manager out. That's why people were wondering about the free market, what managers going to be available. That's why I think a lot of people are talking about a certain German national manager who might, after the Euros this summer, when Germany probably fail, Nagelsmann is going to be a free on the market manager. No buyout. Germany let him go. Which the rumours circulating that he might. Germany let him go out. He has a disastrous Euros, and Germany go out early or something like that. They ain't going to keep hold of him. No, he might be available. And there's no buyout. Do you know what I'm saying? Alonso, 10 million. Yeah, Aaron's just probably realised when I was saying that it makes too much sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Nagelsmann. I don't like Nagelsmann. I think he's a hipster manager. I don't get it. When you go from Hoffenheim, you do a good job. Look, to Nagelsmann's credit, he did a good job at Hoffenheim. He did a good job at Leipzig, and he did a terrible job at Bayern Munich. Yeah, and then he went and done the German national job. For me, that's a red flag. It's like, no, I'm just. I think it's too much of a hipster choice. I just don't get it. But the problem is, if he has a terrible German, if he, again, he ticks a lot of the boxes that FSG will be looking at with their data research or a manager. You know, we got to remember they've employed people to do the number crunching and the data research for the new manager. And how he would suit Liverpool going forward and the way Liverpool work. Remember, Liverpool ain't going to just get a manager that don't work to the system that FSG work at. We've got to remember this as well, guys. FSG are not going to change the way they do business. It's the way they do business. They've not changed it with their baseball team. They're not going to ever change it with Liverpool. They're not going to change the way they run their businesses. Yeah. So they're not going to employ a manager that don't suit the way they work. Nagelsmann will suit the way FSG work. I think Ruben Almiron will suit the way FSG work. I keep saying it. Thomas Frank would work the way FSG would want to work. I think De Zerbi would want more money, and I think that's why he's waiting for the City job. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I think. Oh, so would I. Don't get me wrong. I don't want Thomas Frank. Now, where people might be, I'm talking about from the if I was a part of the ownership group of FSG, what they might be thinking in their head. That's when I was talking about Thomas Frank, not that actually like yeah, keep it real's right though. Alonso is FSG's preferred. Alonso is FSG's preferred destination. Like I think FSG are being clever. I think if they feel like they get Alonso, it makes sense. Keeps the fans off their back as well because it's the one all the fans want. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. See, when I talk about Thomas Frank just now, guys, everyone hates me talking about Thomas Frank and like clip it and all this stuff. But there's a lot of people out there who want De Zerbi. And I just don't think there's much difference between the two of them. Honestly, I don't think there is much difference between Thomas Frank and De Zerbi as coaches. I really don't. And that's just, I don't think there's like De Zerbi's there and Frank's here. Maybe that but it's not much in it. There's not much in it at all. Big up to DK doing, man. There's not a match in it. So when we're talking about people wanting De Zerbi, because what he's done at Brighton, well, last season he did really well under Graham Potter's team and carried on Graham Potter's work. This year, maybe not so good. Would De Zerbi do much better than Thomas Frank at Brentford? You know, from where Thomas Frank, you got to remember where Thomas Frank took Brentford from, by the way, guys. You know, all the way through the Championship, all the way into the Premier League, and being a Premier League team, playing pretty decent football, developing players on the way. Would De Zerbi have done the job? I don't know. I don't think there's much in there, man. Don't think there's much in there. You know, I don't think he's like. I don't think there's much doing there. Big up, Sadiq. Yeah, Valentine. Look, we did Valentine's Day this morning. I think we decorated our living room for the kids. We got a Valentine's tree. Don't talk like. So my wife bought. So you know you can get Christmas trees, obviously, but now I didn't know this. You can get a Valentine's Day tree. Don't ask. So my wife got one. put it up for the kids, put Valentine's heart lights all over it and all that sort of stuff, and then we gave them little Valentine's presents and stuff like that, and little cakes and things like that. So yeah, they enjoyed it, man. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. Yeah, a Valentine's tree. Yeah, 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 yeah. My wife found it, man. Oh, I love chocolate. Full stop. I mean, look at me. Can't you tell? It just from my mind, Colin. Just from here. That's where it came from. Originated from my mind, Colin. That was it, man. It's just me talking about Thomas Frank. No one else is talking about it. I'm just having this conversation about players, about managers that could possibly join Liverpool Football Club because I have no idea. I have absolutely I have no idea. Sorry, Colin. Sorry. Oh, yeah, Thomas Frank is Danish. Yeah, yeah, he's Danish, man. Denmark. it's all, it's all come from my. It's me overthinking things. That's what it is. It's me overthinking stuff. I should just keep my mind and brain set on Shabby Alonso. I know, but I'm overthinking stuff like I always do. Always overthink stuff. Look, Roy. This is the reason I'm overthinking stuff. Yeah, Roy Hodgson had a great season with Fulham back in the day when he got to the Europa League final, I believe. Did they get the Europa League final or the Europa League semi-final? They beat Juventus. Was it Juventus? Yeah, they beat you. They got to the final, didn't they? And they got their ass kicked. But and because of that, Liverpool employed Roy Hodgson. Brendan Rodgers had a very good year at Swansea, playing good football, and was a young manager with a lot to give to the game, apparently. And Liverpool employed him. So I might be overthinking it, but yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just I'm probably overthinking it, but I've got a reason to overthink it. Do you know what I mean? Big up Ali, how you doing, man? Jamie, that Cornmeyer guy that you was on will leave at the end of the season. Yeah, he's off as well. Watch him go to City. Pep wanted him before he wanted us. You know, wanted us to do know that. Yeah, he's the main guy. I believe he also didn't he come out and say that he can keep a team fit and injury free for 3 years playing the way we do. But after 3 years, you need to change all the players around to keep the same fitness going. But we didn't change the players around. So maybe we all like the whole team messed up there. I don't know. Seems we're in point Graham Potter. Yeah, he hasn't got a job at the moment. He hasn't got a job at the moment. Oh. No one's talking about Alonso. I agree, man. I agree. I mean, I just feel like Xavi Alonso looks like one of them next big managers. He looks like one of the next best managers, don't he? And sometimes you just got to jump on that train early before it goes elsewhere, and you regret it. Do you know what I mean? Um, it amazes me that Robbo can still walk. Yeah, Robbo gets through games, man. Potter and Gerrard should be the last resort. Yeah, I agree. You know, if they've gone through everybody, I think Graham suits us better than Deserby or Frank. Yeah, maybe. Guardiola rates Konamaya very highly. He wants highly wants buying with him. I mean, that's fair enough, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sort of like in agreements with Colin now. I feel like it looks like Shabby Alonso is one of the next best young coaches in Europe, and he looks like a special coach. He just looks like he's got it. And sometimes it's better to go and get him now instead of letting him go elsewhere and regretting it. You know, how many times we've done that with players in the past when we knew we could get a certain player, but we didn't go and get that player because we weren't too sure, and then he went to another team and he just became this world class. But it's just, I think, if you look at managers around here, you look at the managers we're reeling off here. Look at the managers we've been reeling off: the Zerbis, the Ruben Almirons, the Xabi Alonsos. Now they're all young coaches that are, you know, I suppose with De Zerbi, didn't he win the league in Ukraine? He won the league in Ukraine, didn't he? Is it Ukraine he won it in? Can't quite remember now. Or in Russia. I think he won the league there. Then he went to what's the Italian team he went to? And he did really well with that Italian. I can't remember the Italian side's name now, it's gone out of my head, but he did really well with him. And then obviously he went to Brighton. So he's got a bit behind him. But he's still a very young coach. Loads to learn, bright. Ruben Almiron's only 39, 3 years at Sporting. Look what he's doing. He's obviously good at it. You know, so these are the young coaches there and there, and this is what it is, man. This is what it is. Yeah, oh yeah, Ivan Toney's leaving Brentford. There's no doubt about that, man. No doubt about that. Well, if Alonso doesn't come, then what? That's what I was saying earlier, but that's what that's what I was saying earlier. You know, Alonso might want to stay at Brentford. He might want to stay there and do the job that he's doing right now. At Brentford, sorry, at Bayer Leverkusen. I've got Brentford on the mind now. He might want to stay at Bayer Leverkusen and do the job, especially if he wins the title. He might want to stay there and defend it and try and take the stranglehold away from German football that Bayern Munich have had on it for so long. Do you know what I mean? It might be in his. Who knows? Who knows? Wish we'd go and get. I don't think Ivan Toney suits Liverpool under Jürgen Klopp, but I think Ivan Toney would suit Liverpool under a different manager. Jamie, why is our fans comparing Jude to a manager? It's bizarre. I think it's because last year we all went on about Jude Bellingham for about 12 months, and now we're all going on about Xabi Alonso, and Jude turned us down. And same could happen with Xabi Alonso. I think that's the way it is. But look, fans should be allowed to talk about whoever they want to talk about. I've never understood this. People want to talk about anything, talk about it. If fans still want to talk about Jude Bellingham, talk about it. I don't care. I don't get why people get so worried, man. People want to talk about Alonso. Look, I've done many videos on Xabi Alonso already. I want him to be him and Ruben Almiron. I think Alonso's my first choice, but I understand the Ruben Almiron stuff. I'm getting very close to thinking maybe he should be first choice. But people should be allowed to speak, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Gory, how you doing, man? Yeah, there's a lot of rumours about Thiago. I'll be surprised if Thiago carries on his playing career much longer because he looks like he can't keep fit now. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing, and the fans will go into meltdown if he doesn't arrive. And this is the thing as well. If Alonso doesn't arrive, because we've all got Alonso on the mind, we're talking about in 24/7 being the next Liverpool manager. And if he isn't the next Liverpool manager, everyone's just going to criticise the club and the owners, going, "Why didn't you get Alonso? You know, what? Why didn't you get him? Why didn't you get him? You know, because we've all worked ourselves up so much that he's definitely going to join the club." Yes, it's madness. It's if he doesn't come, he doesn't come. We move on. I want him. Most of the majority of Liverpool fans want Xabi Alonso. You know, you hear Jamie Carragher the other day. He basically sounds like he knows something that we don't. So, would I love Xabi to come? I would. Xabi Alonso's not come out and said anything. This is the important thing as well. Xabi Alonso has not come out and rejected the job. Instead, I'm going to stay at Bayer Leverkusen. He's not said anything. No one said anything. It's a lot of paper talk, a lot of media talk. A lot of people think they know, and all this sort of stuff that's chatting at the moment. So yeah, I just look, Tim. If we can get the geezer from West Ham in, he looks like a great sporting director, and him and Alonso together as a partnership. If we got them two as a partnership, we've got Tim Steidten in as the sporting director, former German footballer, obviously very well respected in the business, excellent sporting director, got a great eye for talent. And you get Xabi Alonso as this new coach who's worked with him in the past, and you have them two together, and then Xabi Alonso brings in his coaching staff, and that's your group there. Then everyone can stop their moaning, can't they? You know what I mean? Everyone can be like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" But it's all up in the air. No one knows yet. That's the thing. No one knows, and it's just about being patient and seeing what's happened. Alonso's got his thing doing at the moment. He's trying to win a German league, and we're all rooting for him. Yeah. So let's let Alonso do his thing with Bayer Leverkusen. Let's let them get on and do their thing. We're going to hear loads of different stories from now till the summer. Oh, Alonso's not joining, and then another article will be like, Alonso just wants to finish the season up, and then he's definitely joining Liverpool. We're going to hear different things all the time, and we try and look around, see what the truth is, and report about it. That's why I do this, guys. I hear things, I report about it, and we chat about it, and we come up with our own conclusion. I'm not dead set on anything. Not dead set on anything. I'd love Alonso to be the next Liverpool manager. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. There's still plenty of great talented managers out there that can do a job for us. So I'm not too worried. I'm not too concerned right now. Plus, we've still got Jürgen Klopp here. It's February. It's Valentine's Day. Still got Jürgen Klopp at Liverpool till the end of the season. We got things to win. We've got a League Cup to win in 2 weeks' time. We've got a Premier League to try and win. We've got a Europa League and an FA Cup. Let's just finish off this season. Let's enjoy this year. Let's just enjoy the rest of the season. And then when the season finishes, we'll go look back at it and go, hopefully we won everything. And then we can look back at it and go, right, what a season that was. Absolutely tremendous. Fantastic. Look at the trophies. And then we can talk about everything else. But big up to you guys. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for all the comments. Love reading out all your comments. Thanks for listening to my rants and wild takes. That's what it's about, you know what I mean? That's what it's about. Wild takes and rants. That's what it's all about here, But guys, let's just chill, relax, see what happens, and enjoy the rest of the season, guys. Simple as that. Chill and relax and enjoy the rest of the season. Let me the one carry all your frustrations, and I projectile them on to your TV screens, guys. So I will take all your frustrations, guys. Don't worry about it. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much. Stay safe, guys. See you again soon. Bye bye for now.